Jazzcast Pros. As soon as you walk out the door, so does your business intelligence. Unless you've built a business that can run without you, and in that case, congratulations, you've reached your freedom point. And it's time to assess your business health score so that you can multiply the value of your business and get it ready to sell. That's exactly what our guest today is here to help us do. Now, I know some of you are thinking, I'm just getting started. I'm not ready to think about an exit strategy. But what if I told you that the moment you start your business is exactly when you should be thinking about your freedom point? Because too many entrepreneurs are out here building themselves into a job they can't leave. And today's conversation is going to help shift that for you. Recorded live at the Women Empowering Women Conference, I sat down with Jennifer Piper, founding business advisor at Volare AI, who helps entrepreneurs turn their business into transferable assets, not just another income stream. Welcome to Elevating Enterprise, special live edition here at the Women Empowering Women Conference. And we just had an amazing morning session and was able to nibble on a little bit of food here. But I wanted to take this coffee break with my friend Jenn. Jenn, welcome to Elevating Enterprise.
Well, thank you for having me, Jazzy. I'm glad to be here.
We just met like maybe a month ago and we've seen each other like every week at all of the events.
That's true.
And we're going to have dinner soon, and then we're going to take vacations in
all the things.
Italy, and so it's just getting started. But can you tell the audience who you are, what you do, aka your elevator pitch?
Ooh, yes. I love that we call it an elevator pitch. I don't know if anyone's ever been in an elevator and actually spoken. But yes,
this is Elevating Enterprise, so hey. I'm going off of
that. I love that. Okay, so hi, I'm Jenn Piper. I work at Volare AI. I'm a founding business advisor, and I help small business owners, help them think about what they want their future to be, what they want their freedom point to be. What does that mean to them? And, knowing what their freedom point could be might be retirement. It might just be moving on to the next act in their life. But how are they going to use their business to help them get there? How are they going to improve their enterprise value so that they can use that business as an asset, a transferable asset that then can help fund that freedom point? So that's what I do, and I help them through a methodology that keeps us all on track, helps us measure our performance, and make sure that we're getting to the goals that everybody has set.
So I picked up on a key term there. Instead of exit runway or exit strategy, a freedom point.
Freedom point. Yes. It's a term that's used in the industry, but I love it so much more than exit strategy because your freedom point, it tells you, when can I have options?
Yes.
Like the things that I want to do, whether it be stay in the business, but maybe not be as involved.
Yes.
Be able to take that 30-day vacation, which is really, but get to a point where you can do all the things that you want to. You have enough funding and you have enough wealth established to do that. But what's important to you, and how do you want to live your life, and when are you going to get to that point?
And that reminds me of something we heard in the morning session about your non-negotiables.
That's right.
So how you want to live your life. If you want to, live your life where you're home for dinner every night, or you want to, live your life where you have weekends free, and those are all things that is part of the freedom point, I believe that you're alluding to here. So what are some signs that a business is becoming truly valuable, sustainable, and sellable?
Yeah. If you are really thinking about making sure that your business is a transferable asset and not just a really high-paying job, then you need to set up the systems that are necessary for the success of that business.
Yes.
So if you are constantly the hero in the story, and your business isn't earning money without you, then you do not have a transferable asset. You don't have something that a buyer could come in and make you an offer and then take over. So you need to be thinking about how to set it up that way. If you have all of your business focused in on a couple of big clients. You do not have a transferable asset. And you need to be thinking about taking all of the information that is up in your brain about how you do things and why you do things, and you need to document them into standard operating procedures. Otherwise, as soon as you walk out the door, so does the business intelligence.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. Great points there. We talk a lot about SOPs on this show. And you do have a bit of an assessment tool that they can use, right? Okay, let us know about that.
Yes. So when small business owners are trying to figure out what the value of their business is, a lot of times you are just bombarded with misinformation. Everybody's getting a 10x times your revenue. That is not the case. First of all, it's not off your revenue, it's off your profit. It's off your EBITDA. So it's your profit before the interest and the taxes that you pay. And the 10x multiple is very specific in different industries that maybe have a high demand and a very high barrier of entry. So with your specific industry, it's really important to understand what that value range is going to be. So we have a tool that you can use it takes like 10 minutes. Enter in some very high level financial information, but then you rate yourself in 6 different areas: your leadership, your recruiting, sales, marketing, financials, and productivity. And there's 4 questions in each section. And those 4 questions we created based on the things that are important to buyers. So there's tons of different ways to value a business, right? But these are the questions that many buyers ask. And it's true across any industry. So you answer all those questions, and then you're delivered a health score at the end. And so that health score is what puts you in that range of multiples. It assigns you a value in there. So if you are a really, really healthy company, you're going to be towards the higher end of that range, of that multiple range. So you take your profit number and you multiply it by your multiple, and that's the potential value of your business, what somebody might pay for it. And if you are lower on the health score in a lower range, then it gives you a value. But then you can see what the difference is between where you are and where the highest range is based on your health score. And then all you need to do is improve your health score. And that raises the value of your business, and then will get you a higher price when you do go to sell it. And that's what I do. I help business owners figure out how to improve their health score in those 6 areas.
I have a question I just thought about, because when you were explaining all that sounds kind of scary. And I don't know if this is just like a female thing. Do you have more men jumping into that assessment to find out the health score than women? I guess I would say relatively, because it does seem like, well, what if I find out my business isn't healthy? Now, what does that mean for me? Am I a bad person? And
yes.
Oh my gosh.
Right. No.
Just like how men don't like to go to the actual doctor too, because like, no, I'm big and bad, I'm man. And women like, oh, we're just getting a checkup. I don't know. Maybe it's just my own reality, but this is how it is. For me, I have no problem going to the health doctor, but a doctor for my business, a health assessment for my business score is a little scary.
Yeah, well, you know what? If you take that line of thinking that women might be more apt to go to the doctor because they want to find out if there's something wrong and they want to fix it. Yeah. They're not afraid of the story that they're told, because they know, okay, well then I'm just going to jump in and I'm going to do something about it. Okay. Right? So think about a woman taking this assessment and saying, okay, yeah, my score in recruiting is not all that great. I do kind of hire when people have their hair on fire. And maybe I need to have a better staffing plan so that I can plan for those in advance. So I'm looking for somebody in advance of when I need them, so I'm not shopping hungry. And they're finding the right person. They're making sure they're the right fit. The transition is seamless. So knowing about it in advance gives them the information they need to make informed decisions later. Okay. And I think women are, first of all, we love taking quizzes. And second of all, I don't think we're so afraid of what the quiz is going to tell us, because then it gives us the information we need to act. Whereas men don't like to go to the doctor. They don't like to hear the bad news. They just like to think everything's fine. Maybe not so much. That they would be interested in taking that quiz.
Okay. All right. So many creatives build amazing brands, such as Jazzcast Pros. And
Of course.
the business depends on them being involved in every decision, right? So what are some key systems, or maybe it's a mindset shift that can help someone like me build a business that is sustainable? And I'm specifically talking about creatives here.
Yeah. So true. When you think about creatives and artists, it is really a lot about their personal interaction and what they can deliver. But if you start setting up the systems around what they deliver, then you start building this asset. So if you can document your decision tree and how you're making decisions and what your process then is based on those different variables, then you're starting to capture the why and the how you're making decisions, not just the what to do.
Okay.
So, you can have a really creative approach in how you're solving problems. But if you want somebody else to be able to continue that without you, then you need to make sure that that's all documented. So it's not just that, hey, if you have to do this one task, these are the 5 steps. It's here's an issue, here's a problem that we've been confronted with. Here's the different decision points that we have, and based on that decision at that point, what do you do with it? So it's a larger exercise than just writing down here's what to do.
What is one takeaway that you have from the conference so far, or just the whole idea of women empowering women? If you have any final closing thoughts around that.
I love reaching out to my network. I love meeting new people and expanding who I know.
Yes.
Right? And when you can find another woman in your network that is as passionate as you are, that has the same type of philosophies around how they treat their clients and their customers, their people. Corey was talking this morning about you need to make sure that you're taking care of your people. Because if you're not taking care of your people, then they are going home and they are interacting with others in a way that is detrimental to everyone's well-being.
Exactly.
Right? So making sure that you are surrounding yourself with the people that you want to work with and that share the same kind of values and moral system that you do is going to mean that you're going to be extremely successful, and that becomes part of your non-negotiables to make sure that you're surrounding yourself with those people.
You're so passionate. I see you tearing up about
I know.
Oh my goodness, I love that. So what is one way that someone who is they're not here today, but they want to connect with you, what's the best way to do so?
So I'm on LinkedIn, Jennifer Piper, and I have the initial CEPA after me. That means Certified Exit Planner. So Certified Exit Planning Advisor. So you can find me under Jennifer Piper, CEPA. And my company name is Volare AI. It's VOLARE. You can also search for me using that.
Stop shopping hungry.
Stop shopping hungry.
Thank you, Jen. Thank you so much for coming on Elevating Enterprise. Bye.
Bye.
Wow, that was a masterclass. So if you're serious about building an enterprise, not just creating an income, I need you to lock in these 3 takeaways. Number 1, stop guessing the value of your business and start measuring it. The Volare AI assessment tool gives you a real health score across 6 key areas: leadership, recruiting, sales, marketing, financials, and productivity. Don't be afraid to check the health of your business. Just like personal health, avoiding the truth doesn't protect you. It just delays you from becoming your best version. Number 2, increasing your business health score will help you earn a higher multiple. Everyone loves to throw around 10x, but as Jen broke down, that multiple isn't based on your revenue. It's based on your profit. More specifically, your EBITDA, your earnings before interest and taxes. That's EBITDA. And depending on your industry and your risk level, that multiple can shift dramatically. Number 3, your KPIs should be building towards your freedom point. If your numbers only tell you how much money you're making, but not how close you are from stepping away, you're tracking the wrong things. Your KPIs should answer questions like, can this business run without me? Is this a transferable asset? Am I building towards freedom, or am I just funding my burnout? Now listen, if this episode got you thinking differently about how you're building your business, imagine what happens when you start using your voice to position yourself as the expert in your industry. That's what we do here at Jazzcast Pros. Whether you're looking to launch your own podcast, you want to come on as a guest, or reach a new audience as an episode sponsor, there's a place for you here. Reach out to me on LinkedIn at Jazzy T Williams, or of course on our website, jazzcastpros.com. And make sure you subscribe to this podcast, Elevating Enterprise, and share this episode with someone you know needs to hear this message. Until next time, keep elevating how you think about your enterprise, because success isn't overnight, it's strategic.